days ago. Portugal regularly used a 4-4-2 formation in qualifying. Whether Guedes plays just behind Ronaldo or alongside him, we will just have to wait and see. Portugal have played in more World Cups with Cristiano Ronaldo than without. This their fourth with their talisman. It's their seventh World Cup in all. Gianluca Rocchi from Italy is in charge. Two Italian assistants. Ryuji Sato from Japan is the fourth official. And back in Moscow, there is the lineup of VAR officials, led by Massimiliano Irrati from Italy. David De Gea was an ever-present in qualifying. Many of this Spanish team we know would have started no matter who the coach is. Sergio Busquets is arguably Spain's most important player. Andres Iniesta scored the extra-time winner when Spain beat the Netherlands in the 2010 World Cup final. Sergio Ramos captains Spain. New coach Fernando Hierro was Ramos's hero when he was growing up. Diego Costa leads the attack. Four of this starting 11 started the World Cup final in South Africa 8 years ago. Fernando Santos. Portugal qualified for this World Cup on his 63rd birthday last October by beating Switzerland. And I bet he never thought he'd be sitting there. Fernando Hierro, the former Spanish international and Real Madrid defender, promoted from his post of sporting director to head coach. Draw as this match gets underway. Spain and Portugal, who have both lost their opening match in the last two World Cups. The stage is set here in Sochi for what could be a World Cup classic to remember for many years. It is a humid night, despite the late kickoff time. It's 9 o'clock in the evening here, local time. Two Iberian neighbours. Cristiano Ronaldo facing four of his Real Madrid teammates. Portugal in the all red. Spain tonight in their change colours of white with the red trim, won by David Silva. It's away by Jose Font. Looking for the run up front of Guedes. Ronaldo. Little double step over to start with. Pepe. Here's William. Guerrero. Guerrero. The little ball in field, looking for Fernandez. Guedes. Shot was blocked, but maybe Portugal can get a shot in here. Good opening from the 2016 European champions. They've won 79% of their competitive matches under Fernando Santos, just 2 defeats in 29. As for Spain, the start of a new era under Fernando Hierro. They were unbeaten under Julian Lopetegui. And I wonder what he's feeling now. The deposed national team coach who was unveiled as Real Madrid's new coach yesterday. Ronaldo. Is that a penalty? It is! Inside the opening 3 minutes, Cristiano Ronaldo fouled in the penalty area, and Portugal have the opportunity to take the lead. The challenge coming in from Nacho. Ronaldo sent sprawling. And straight away, the Italian official pointed to the spot. Cristiano Ronaldo has scored 7 penalties for Portugal, but he's scored only 3 goals in his previous 13 World Cup finals appearances. He's the only Portuguese player to score at 3 different World Cups. Can he be the only Portuguese player to score at 4 different World Cups? Cristiano Ronaldo against David De Gea. It's 1-0 Portugal, and was there ever any doubt? What a start for Portugal. De Gea goes one way, Ronaldo goes the other. It's his 82nd goal for Portugal on his 151st appearance. It just had to be him. Portugal could not have dreamt of a better beginning to their opening Group B fixture. It's a nightmare start for Fernando Hierro and Spain. Played infield by Piqué. Ramos. Jordi Alba. Spanish fans all a little quiet. There are large numbers of supporters of both these countries here in Sochi. Turn is by Moutinho. Ronaldo. Free kick Portugal. Challenged by Busquets. Cristiano Ronaldo is the first player in history to score at 8 successive major tournaments. He just keeps creating records. And you know, he's only 33 years old. And given his physical condition, you really wouldn't bet against him being in Qatar in 4 years' time, provided Portugal qualify to appear at a 5th World Cup finals. Ramos. Sergio Ramos, who ended yesterday's media conference, which was full of questions about the managerial and coaching situation with Spain, by saying, cheer up, we're not at a funeral, let's get this World Cup started. And with that, he stood up and promptly marched out of the room. He did say it with a smile on his face, it has to be said. But there'll be no smiles in the Spain camp at the moment. Ronaldo clearly fouled. You can see the referee's position, an absolutely unimpeded view. And Ronaldo does what he does best. Incidentally, talking of him playing at a 5th World Cup finals in 4 years' time, no player has actually scored at 5 different World Cup finals. No doubting Fernando Hierro's pedigree. Former Spanish international, Real Madrid defender. 29 goals in 89 appearances for Spain. Played at 3 World Cup finals. There was nobody better placed, really, than the sporting director of the Spanish Football Association. Or the Spanish Football Federation, to give it its correct title. Isco. Looking for Diego Costa. Here's Iniesta. Spain really haven't had a prolonged spell of possession so far. Here's Nacho. Koke couldn't keep hold of it. Ramos. Iniesta. Costa. Busquets. Ramos. 2 on that far side. And 2 in the penalty area, hoping to get on the end of it. The shot comes in from Silva. You can see David Silva here in a little bit of space. The 4th highest goal scorer for Spain, skying that one. His international debut way back in 2006, David Silva, who was an unused substitute in the 2010 World Cup final victory. Played back by Piqué. Ramos. If you have just joined us, Portugal in front. Cristiano Ronaldo with an early penalty after he was fouled in the penalty area. Busquets. It was in fact Portugal's quickest World Cup goal since 1966, when they reached the semi-finals with the great Eusebio and company, only to be beaten in the last 4 by the eventual champions England. Ronaldo's little flick on. Guedes was trying to get on the end of it. Alba. Here's Ramos. Quickly forward by Isco. No free kick. You can hear the reaction from the Spanish supporters. There's Alba. Took a tumble. Rui Patricio made 1 appearance at the last World Cup before being injured. Portuguese goalkeeper, incidentally one of 4 Sporting players in the Portuguese squad who have this week served notice on their club that they wish to terminate their contract because after a rather unsavoury incident at the club's training ground. And that matter will now go to court. William, Gelson Martins and Bruno Fernandes are the others. Piqué. Here's Ramos. Spain's captain, who always sees a lot of the ball as he brings it out from defence. Alba. We're going to take on Pepe. Isco. That's a corner. Spain's first corner of the match. And they've taken it short. Plenty of bodies forward in white for Spain. No way through for Costa is the target. There's a little bit of debate as to whether it would be Sergio Costa playing up front or maybe Rodrigo, the other striker. Diego Costa has won the day. Here's Rafael Guerreiro. Ronaldo. Jose Font hasn't played a great deal of football in the past year. The Portuguese centre-half, Font, who's now with Chinese club Dalian Yifang. Nacho, the man who gave away the penalty. Busquets. Iniesta. Diego Costa. Again, there's targets in the middle. Cross was too deep, though. Easily gathered by Rui Patricio. Fernando Hierro is like a box of tricks on the edge of the technical area. He's constantly moving up and down, urging his players. The newly installed Spanish national coach. Worked wide by Moutinho. Cedric, here's Moutinho again. This is Rafael Guerreiro. Guerreiro. And just that little bit of pressure from Costa meant the slight miss kick from the goalkeeper. Guedes just beaten to it by Koke. Here's Piqué. Worked out wide by Isco. Ramos. Isco. Iniesta. Slowly making strides forward, Spain. Iniesta again. Silva wanted the ball played forward to him. Picked up on this at near side by Nacho. Away by Ronaldo, and Portugal might be able to break away here. It's Gonçalo Guedes, and Ronaldo making the run on this near side. Guedes will have to go all the way on his own. The pass was on for a fraction of a second there to Ronaldo, but the Portuguese captain had to check his run for fear of going offside. You see Guedes here just having a little look to his left, and then rather ran up a cul-de-sac. Piqué. First yellow card of the night. The referee was just waiting there to see what might happen. And as Moutinho challenged for it, then it was Guedes who was caught. Sergio Busquets is the first player to be cautioned then tonight. And Spain have some defending to do. It's a promising position this for Portugal, and you know who wants it as well. It's the familiar setup. Will he go for goal? Will he drive it in, hoping to get a touch from a teammate? Everyone knows what's coming. But Portugal do have somebody else out there just in case the free kick comes in a different direction. It is Ronaldo, it's straight into the wall. Look at the power behind this. Two Portuguese players, though, in the wall, committing the foul. Here's Nacho. Piqué. Gerard Piqué, who will retire from international football for Spain after this World Cup. One of the 6 players in this squad who were involved in 2010 when Spain lifted the trophy. Silva. Ramos. Forward by Iniesta. Silva. Silva's little touch. Costa isn't going to get on the end of that one. Not had a great deal of service so far tonight. Diego Costa. Ronaldo's header. This is William. Pepe. Might well be the last major tournament that we see Pepe and Jose Font together in the heart of the Portuguese defence. Pepe now 35 years of age, Font now 34. Little touch forward from Koke. Costa. Held up by Pepe. Isco. Content to let that ball roll for a Spanish throw. Ramos. Touch from Iniesta. Here's Iniesta again. Andres Iniesta looking to pull it back. And the shot is deflected wide from David Silva. Spain win their second corner. Iniesta crucial in that build-up. All bar one back for Portugal. It was towards Piqué. A little touch from Bernardo Silva, and Portugal are away. It's 3 against 2 here if the ball can be played correctly. Ronaldo in field.